and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you if a very cheap radio car bought by Amazon is really worth the money and how can we install it in an old car. First of all, what I've done was to look for auto radio on the Amazon website. I looked for one with the integrated Bluetooth functionality to handstand free call. Looking at the detail, I choose one with at least 2 USB inlet, no CD player, and from the big list I choose the cheapest one. Well, from the pictures it seems really appealing, but does it really work as described? Are the functionalities described all fully implemented in this car radio? And what about the sound quality? Or could it be installed in my old car? Well, these were the questions that arose to my mind when I saw this offer, and I wanted to invest these 30 euros and see if it was really worth the money. So let's check it out. Alright, the package arrived in one day. Quality seems okay, and it arrives with the extra DIN connector and an external remote control to be fixed or better wrapped around the steering wheel. What to say, so far so good. Obviously, it is a Chinese manufacturer, but the design is quite accurate. Okay, let's get inside the car, and as first operation we need to remove the old auto radio that in my case is in the Renault default radio. In order to do that, you need to get 2 thin sticks. They are available also in Amazon in case you need to buy them. In my case, I need to insert them at the same time on the side in order to remove the car radio. You need to apply some pressure, and then you can easily extract the radio, taking care of the wires behind. Before disconnecting the wires, I took a picture with my phone, just in case. And look at the right hand, you will see the antenna cable. It is the black and thicker than the rest, so you cannot really miss it. In my case, I had an additional connector. Here are the green and the yellow, that for my Renault radio represent the auxiliary and the wheel control respectively. Since my new auto radio will not support wire wheel control, since it has a wireless remote instead, I disconnected these plugs and removed them. But the black and white connectors on the left-hand side deserve a deeper look. Right, this is the most complicated part of the job, so pay attention here. First of all, you need to get your new car radio user manual. Mine was delivered in a paper format, and I have to say that to find the wire's pin connection was straightforward. I could find here step by step all the procedures on how to remove the old radio and how to plug the new one into the car slot. There were also some pictures on the allocation of the wires and step-by-step procedures. Now let's have a look there. In the next page, I have seen a very clear allocation of the pin with the color scheme and the numbering of each connector. Now we need to compare it with the old car radio. I found the radio user manual just googling it, with in my case was Renault Megane Model 2 Auto Radio User Manual. Give it to Google and let's find out what are the wires connection and what are the pin allocation for it. We need to compare them carefully, one by one, and then you need to have very sharp eyes, because you need to identify at which pin position of the old connector correspond each one of the speaker, plus and minus, front, rear, the power and the ground. Once you identify this, you need to trace down each of those and make sure that the connector of the new car radio follows the same numbering and the same order. In my case, I could easily identify that the correspondence was connector A to the connector white and connector B to the connector black. Pretty easy. The order of the pins was fully respected, so I did not need to change any wire individually. Good. Then I could proceed on disconnecting all the cables. I started with the antenna wire, then the white connector, the black connector, and as I said, I removed definitely the yellow and the green one, since they were not supported by the new car radio. The old car radio could be finally removed. I connected then the adapter of the antenna and plugged in the new car radio. I placed the metal frame inside and made a test if this was fitting the new car radio. Then I fixed the metal frame and started some tests. Right, now I was ready to test and put on the power. It worked, at least. So I started doing some tests here, looking at the balance, left or right, front, back, the volume, the radio stations. Finally, I tested also the remote control. Plugged in some batteries and then wrapped up on the steering wheels and tried some tests.
Auf dem Schreibtisch, die ist auch schon eingeschweißt.
Conclusions. The car radio works. This we can definitely confirm. And all the functions described in the Amazon page are really implemented. I am talking about the bass effects, the different equalizer preset. For example, we have pop, rock, jazz, but we can also customize this equalization and save it as a customized preset. So the USB also works. I tried with an USB-K with 8 gigabytes of storage memory, and I confirm everything could be read without any issue. So I did not test up to which memory capacity the USB key can be read, so I tried 8 gigabytes, but if you try and you have the same model, let me know if you try with, for example, 128 gigabytes, if this will work. Now the results. All in all, I have to say 30 euros is a great deal, but if you are a sound fanatic, you may stay away from this product. Yes, although the volume has a discrete range and the sound has really poor quality. So at high volume, a high level of distortion on the bass especially is very noticeable, and the different equalizer settings cannot really improve it. So in comparison with my old car stereo, I have to say I lost 5 points out of 10 in terms of quality. So finally, I recommend this product only if you're on a budget and you don't really care about the subwoofer effects, the tweeter effect, or you drive in a city where you do not need to pump up the volume too high, like for example when you drive at high speed on the highways. Otherwise, I just recommend you to spend 30 bucks more and get a branded car radio like Kenwood or JVC or any other you may have. I hope you liked the video. In case, just let me know in your comments. I'm just trying to put online all my small works that I do at home. Hopefully they are also helpful to you. And yes, see you next time. Ciao!